Hello. Hello. Let me get set up here. I don't know why this isn't working. Why is this not working? Here we go. These aren't working. Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm your Galactic Soul artist. And this healing session is to help you with 5D flow states. If you watch me on a regular basis, you probably saw my latest video. It was called Hanging Out in 5D. And it outlines several ways to manage the energy that's happening right now. We're starting to move out of 3D and more into 5D. We've always moved in and out of 5D. And we know we do that because we have synchronicities and we have deja vu, and we have, some of us can hear or see or know when those shifts happen. But what's occurred now is we have a more open flow, a more open door to that world. And there are some people who are hesitant about that. And that previous video that I did, how to hang out in 5D, will expound on that a little bit and give you some ideas about what to do. Basically, we're moving from a linear timeline to a spherical time-space reality. It's really not a line, so I have difficulty calling it a timeline or a spherical line. It's a space that does not require the structures that we have in place here on Earth. The previous video answers concerns also about leaving family members behind. That won't happen. And it addresses other concerns that people have expressed about making this leap into this new era. What you're seeing on the screen with me is my altar to Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess of abundance and fortune and beauty and happiness. And I ask the Divine Feminine to be here today with us through this altar. So that's why it's on screen and why I wanted to show it to you. Let's talk a little bit about the different dimensions. They're really actually frequencies. There's a third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. There are other dimensions, but these are the three that we're moving in and out of right now on a continual basis. And I was listening to Dr. Gale yesterday and Terry talking about 4D. So 3D, I have to put my 2 cents in, 3D is where we are in the physical, where we stay most of the time because we are trained to certain systems and structures and calendars. The 4D, I've always seen as, they were calling it a way station, and I think that's true. I've always seen it as a big warehouse. It's just this big, huge sound stage. And it is packed with every kind of costume, object, house, scenario, anything that you could possibly need in 3D is there. I notice it the most when I come back from dream state. And that last dream before I wake up, I'm in 4D. I end up in airports. I end up in hotel lobbies. I end up in train stations. I end up in, I guess I would call them a halfway house. It's kind of like a spot where everybody kind of gathers before they come back into their bodies. And that's what I identify as 4D. Now, other people call it the astral, which it is. It's the place people pull from. They don't necessarily manifest from there, but there are ways to. It's almost like a magic show that we do down here with stuff from 4D. So that's why I think of 4D. We don't need to move into 4D because we use it all the time. It's there for humans to use. It's there for other people to use, other beings to use. But we use it all the time. Where we're headed and what we're stepping into on a more consistent basis is 5D. And 5D does not require the structures of 3D. It does not require religion. It does not require cultures necessarily, or cultural belief systems. It does not require those things. It's a place of freedom, mental freedom, mind freedom, physical freedom. And it's based on, your movement there is based on who you truly are. You're traveling when you step into that realm. You're traveling. Well, actually, when we're in 3D, if we're connected to our divine source, we travel a spiral, not a line. We're stepping away from the linear stuff. So in 5D, you come into contact with your deepest abilities. You are standing in grace most of the time. There are all kinds of opportunity. The mind is freer. And the way this manifests right now in our 3D world is through synchronicity, through deja vu, through time slips, through just knowings and understandings that come to you. This is going to happen more and more and more. So it's going to be really important for you to connect with your 3D world still, and as you're moving through the 5D and moving in and out of the 5D. So I've started, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've started keeping track of my 3D world on my calendar and making sure I get reminders, because otherwise I'll miss doctor appointments, or I'll miss meetings or events if I don't have that reminder. that reminder is really helpful. Some people are talking about a bit of memory loss with this shifting back and forth. We're going to be doing this for a while. So this is why the calendar becomes really important, and the reminders become really important, because you're going to start kind of forgetting. You're going to start kind of forgetting some of that, some of those, what we would call something normal right now. You'll be getting more inclinations to go places that you've never been before, to try things you've never done before. People are talking about, being out in the 3D world and not being seen by the people, the wait staff or the clerks in a store, or that's going to happen. You're not, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just learning how to move into those spaces, and you're still seeing the 3D world at the same time. Okay? So my intention with this healing session was to answer any questions anyone had, and have my guides and your guides come together, and so I can give you cards, I can give you sound, I can give you color. We can talk about startling experiences that you've been having. You're welcome to leave a comment below this video if you watch this later to ask a question. I'm happy to do that. I will say I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just somebody who channels energy and can read energy. So if you have a chronic illness, or you have some symptoms that are upsetting to you and you need to go to the doctor and follow the doctor's orders, I'm not here to fix that. Okay, let's see. I've got nobody in the chat, which is fine. I think that I'm going to pick some color cards. I've called in today, I've asked my Palladian guides to be with me during this event. I wanted to ask them if they have any advice for us about our current situation as humans moving into the 5D. Pleiadians have anything that they want to tell us about us moving into the 5D. Success. Okay. The first card out is determination. We need to stay focused. We need to stay focused on this. We need to know every day that we can step into the 5D. At the foundation is faith. The faith, the belief that you are a divine being having a human experience. This is really exciting stuff that's happening. And if you have this, you have everything you need. Truly, you have everything you need. And this is the card above, peace. This is going to bring many of us peace. When you step into the 5D, there's no fear there. Fear is what causes a lot of the problems that we're seeing in the world right now. And you can just be yourself. there's no requirements. There's no religious figure or authority figure telling you what to do or how you have to do it. Very nice. Okay. Ideation and energy. I would say we're going to manifest faster and faster now, which I know is a common understanding. So I would sit down and just write out what it is you want to have happen. Because the energy is there to really step into it. But you're going to need to pay attention to the signs and symbols. Pay attention to the signs and symbols. Okay. And some of us are going to be dealing with frustration. Frustration is really a sign that you've forgotten that you're connected to your source and divinity. And you're going to need to reconnect. You need to go look. You need to back up to this. Faith. If you get frustrated, then you need to go be checking out your faith again, and you need to be looking at how you're connecting to your internal wisdom. Okay, that was nice. Thank you, Pleiadians. Let's look at... Now, the other question I wanted to ask them is if there is a difference between the healing modalities we use in 3D and the ones that get used in 5D. Is there a difference between healing modalities in 3D and the ones we use in 5D? I'm not real sure which cards to use for that. And I'm thinking maybe if I'll just... If you're just joining in, that image you see on my screen is my altar to Lakshmi. It's my personal altar to the Hindu goddess of fortune, happiness, and wealth. Is there a difference between healing modalities in 3D and 5D? I'm hearing not really. But you don't need the healing modalities as much in 5D. 5D, you're willing to address yourself more clearly. And so the healing, once you step in totally into 5D, the pain's gone. The suffering and the pain goes away. So Not really. There's not really a difference, but you just don't need to use them as much or in the same manner. Okay. Okay, those are the questions I had. And I don't have anyone here to ask questions. So if you want, at a later date, if you're watching this, just pop a question in the comments. I'm happy to go in and answer them. I'm going to do a quick reading for all of us, making the sleep. Let's take this off. All of us making this leap right now. What do we need to know? Oh, wow. Okay, well, we have the strength to do this. This is, and everybody's on the same page about this. Everyone that's stepping into this is on the same page. There's no harm here. We have assistance. And we've been planning this behind the scenes for a long time. There's a sense of satisfaction in what's happening. I know I'm excited about it. I'm sure other people are too. I love that feeling of stepping into that 5D energy. This is happening quickly. A lot of messaging coming in for people. We suddenly step back into 3D. This is the issue we're all facing, is that you don't abandon the 3D. It's an experience that we're having, but we can slip back into the 5D, get the relief we need, come back in. It's not, so we're still connected. We're still pushing against things. And on the exterior is this craziness that's going on. We don't have to connect. We can see it. We can see what's going on, but we do not have to join into it. That doesn't mean you don't resist. That doesn't mean you don't boycott. That doesn't mean you don't do those things that you know will get these yahoos to pay attention. But you don't have to become this anymore. You have a place to step out of. This is our hope. Is a family feeling. Is a knowing that we're part of something larger, and that we are protected and safe, and we can learn and grow. And the outcome for right now is a star card. Absolutely, we're doing this. Absolutely, we're moving into 5D. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And we will be successful. But we got a ways to go. Got a ways to go. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do, I use a pitch pipe. Let's see, where am I? This is the note that's connected with the strength card. I'm going to blow this note right now and see if I can bring in a sound. Okay, that healing energy with that sound will help balance, the energies for you. Okay. I think also we should do sharp. Let's also do justice to help. We'll do justice, the justice card, which is F sharp. It will help us further balance. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up, but we're going to pull an oracle card. To help us through this transition. Okay. Pleiadian activation. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Okay. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, is an open star cluster found in the northwest of the constellation Taurus. These bright blue luminous stars, which formed in the last 100 million years, are among the stars closest to Earth and are the cluster most obvious to the naked eye. It is for this reason that they have been connected to many spiritual traditions through the ages. This gateway transports us to a space where we can witness the great coming together of the Pleiades. Each and every single star within the cluster is representative of a nation of divine beings. The Pleiadians are said to be human-like beings who honor the feminine and live in an advanced way that we on Earth could also experience if we were to accept and honor the holiness of the female body. If we were able to travel to the Pleiades in the third dimensional world, we would not find these beings, however, for they have transcended the physical state and operate on a higher vibration. So here's the message. Pleiadian energy is about coming together in peace and in harmony. You are blessed to receive this gateway, for it is a powerful message of assurance that whatever uncomfortable energy you are experiencing right now will soon be washed away. The Pleiadians are beings who live in complete honor of their planets and their people. They acknowledge that in seeing and connecting with one another, they have an opportunity to see and experience the divine. They also know the consequences of disrespecting others. It's for this reason that this is no longer possible for them, meaning that they no longer disrespect others. If you are being challenged by loved ones now, aim to shift the dynamics of this relationship through a loving approach. The lesson you are facing at this time is an opportunity to heal old wounds and operate from a higher state of being. So, this movement from 3D to 5D is all about respecting others and honoring your humanness at the same time as you move in and out of 3D and 5D. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. I hope when you watch later that this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments. I would really like to know if this is something that you would like to see more of. So thank you for being here. Bye for now.